friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Shannon. Thank you so much for watching. Today we're going to be talking about Empties. I have a whole nother bin of empty products and it's getting a little out of hand, so I really need to do this, get it out of the way so I can throw out this stuff. I've been really diligent lately about using up products in my collection that I've already opened and maybe they're halfway gone. I'm just trying to work through this stuff, you guys, instead of just continuing to open new stuff and use new stuff all the time. While that's nice, and I'm not saying I'm not doing that at all, I'm just trying to be a little bit more diligent. So I have this huge bin next to me, and we're going to dive right in because this is probably going to be a little bit of a long one. So the first product I got over the holidays, and this is the Philosophy Holiday Pajamas Body Lotion. First of all, I love this scent, you guys. It's like a warm cherry vanilla sort of scent about it. I'm pretty sure they come out with this every year, so if you're familiar with this scent, you know what I'm talking about. I absolutely loved using this. I thought it was very luxurious, and I think I got it in a kit with the body wash, which I will talk about. Actually, it's right here. So you can see there's a little bit left in here. But this was so luxurious, you guys. This felt so amazing on my skin, especially for shaving. I really enjoyed the two of these. I would be interested in trying out some other Philosophy products in this format, but this scent, you guys, is incredible. I will definitely pick it up around the holidays this year. So those were both wins for me. The next one is this Bath & Body Works Peach Bellini 24-hour moisture ultra shea body cream. That's a lengthy one. So this is what it looks like. I got this during one of the Bath & Body Works semi-annual sales. That's the only time I ever really purchase anything from Bath & Body Works. This was okay. I kept it in my car as just something I could use, you know, midway through the day to touch up if I felt dry. I have decided that I am no longer going to purchase these types of things from Bath & Body Works. I really love their hand washes, and I will continue to get those during the semi-annual sales. But as far as like the body sprays and the lotions, I've even tried some of their scrubs. I just don't find them to be ultra moisturizing, and that's what I'm really looking for out of these products. I think they're very heavily fragranced, which kind of probably takes away from the moisture. So for me personally, you know, this is gone. I'm glad it's gone. It took forever to use this up, and so I'm glad to be over that. The next one is the Ulta Beauty Fig and Honey Exfoliating Body Scrub. This is one of my all-time favorite scrubs, if not my favorite. I am obsessed with this scent in particular, and I love that this actually hydrates my skin. There's some oil, it says shea butter, aloe, vitamins A, C, and E, but it just feels like when I get out of the skin, out of the shower, my skin is not oily per se, but it just feels nice and hydrated. Like I could possibly skip lotion, especially in like the hot, humid summer months. So this is definitely a repurchase for me. I believe I've gone through 2 or 3 of these now, and I currently have one actually in my shower. I think they're $12 in as far as retail price goes, but you can often get them on sale as well. This next one is from Biore. It's the Pore Unclogging Scrub, and it looks like this. I hated this, you guys. This was so hard for me to get through. It seemed like it lasted me forever. This was extremely drying. It was like skin stripping, drying. I didn't feel like the little scrubbies were very exfoliating, and it had just like a weird consistency about it. This is not something I would ever repurchase or recommend to you guys. I just feel like it's pretty harsh on the skin. And as far as like an exfoliator, it just, I don't know, it just really didn't exfoliate. It's like those little micro beads rather than the grit. I'm just not a fan of them. All right, so next up I have a Not Your Mother's Beach Babe Moisturizing Conditioner. This is one of my all-time favorite drugstore lines. Everything I've tried from this line so far, I have really enjoyed. I believe this is my second or third tube of the conditioner that I've gone through. And what I love about this is it's $5.99. Oftentimes at Ulta, you can get them buy one, get one half, or buy one, get one 40% off. But this actually nourishes my hair. I feel like when I use this, my hair feels very hydrated without being heavy. And so I am a huge fan of this in particular. I think it's a great product. I would definitely recommend repurchasing. The next product I have is just a sample here from Nomad or from Chloe. I'm not a huge fragrance person, so I'm thinking the brand is Chloe, and the sample was Nomad. This was a nice scent, you guys. Nothing I would personally purchase in full size. Yeah, it was just okay. The next thing I have is the Solid Beauty Blender Cleanser. This is holy grail for me personally. I love this stuff. It's $16 for this 1 ounce size, and this lasted me for, gosh, you guys, probably 6 months, I would say. And I think this does an amazing job at cleaning your brushes. It does leave sort of like a film on my brushes, but it does rinse out. I just think this is amazing. I mean, you can just swirl your brush in there, rinse it out, and it's clean. I mean, it's that quick. So definitely, I've already repurchased it. This is definitely a holy grail. All right, next up, I have a lash adhesive from Kiss. This is the lash adhesive, the couture version of it. This was incredible. I've already since repurchased it. This is my new holy grail lash glue. I used to use Duo, but compared to this, Duo is just nothing compared to this. This dries down in half the time as Duo, and it also has that awesome little brush tip applicator, which makes it so easy to apply the glue to the lash band. This is pretty intense. I found that I never had a lash pop up when using this, so I would definitely recommend. I went through a Benefit Precisely My Brow. I've talked about high-end brow pencils a few times, I would say, on my channel so far, and while I think this is a nice brow pencil, unless it's on sale, I will not purchase it. I just feel like $24 and $21 for a brow pencil is way too steep, considering there are amazing options at the drugstore for sometimes a third of the cost of this. So it's nice. Unless it's on sale, I'm not buying. This product I talked about recently on my channel as a product that I absolutely despise. This is the NYX HD concealer in the yellow corrector. This took me so long to get through because I hated using it, you guys. I find this to be a very dry formula. There's still a little bit in here, but I just had to call it quits. I didn't find this to be extremely full coverage. I felt like you could still see darkness. This, again, dries so quickly. You really have to blend rather quick in order to get a blend out of it. It's not for me. If this is your favorite, please don't be offended. It just wasn't for me personally. Next, I have the Philosophy Purity. This is their 3-in-1 cleanser for face and eyes. I thought this was nice, you guys, but not something I would necessarily repurchase. It's okay. It's okay. I wasn't blown away by it. I have a backup of it because I got it in gratis. Like I said, it's nice, but I think there's other cleansers out there that I prefer over this personally. This one I definitely want to get in full size. This is the Belief Aqua Bomb. You guys, this is an amazing moisturizer. It's a nice, like, this leaves your skin feeling extremely hydrated without it feeling thick or sticky or tacky. It has sort of like a menthol scent to it, which is very refreshing, especially in the morning. But I found that this was great paired with my Differin gel because my Differin gel tends to dry me out. So this came in very handy. I thought it did a great job at hydrating my skin, especially with it being so dry right now, and I would love to have this in full size. I know this is rather spendy. I think it's like $45 for the full size, so definitely something to maybe think about during the Sephora VIB sale. But if you have dry skin and you're looking for an amazing high-end, very nourishing moisturizer, I would definitely recommend this. All right, I went through another Milani Make It Last. one of my favorite drugstore setting sprays. I think this does a great job at really locking in your makeup for the day. It does have a very high alcohol content, so just be careful. You know, maybe don't use it every single day, but if you need something that's gonna lock and load for the day, keep your makeup budge proof, I think this is a great option. And I also love the way that this smells and sprays. It's a very fine mist, and I find that it's a very refreshing scent. Some setting sprays to me smell like dirty feet. Is that just me? I don't know. They stink. Some of them, like the Urban Decay All Nighter, I love. That is my holy grail setting spray for longevity, but I think it stinks. And the Wet n Wild one, I think it stinks. There's something weird about it. All right, so the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Lash Primer, I love this. I thought this did an amazing job. I'm currently trying to get through a Lancome lash primer, and it is just, I'm using it to use it, but it's just not this. I love the brush. I love the way that this separated my lashes. I love the price of this. I think this is an amazing lash primer. And for a lash primer, I just feel like, why spend high-end money on something like that? I mean, unless it's gonna really do amazing things for my lashes, I'm perfectly happy with this one, so I would definitely repurchase. I went through a Wet n Wild Mega Length. I do like this on my lower lash line, you guys, but I have now decided, it was recommended to me that I use a waterproof mascara on my lower lash line because I often have issues with my mascara transferring down in here. So while I like the brush, you know, for the lower lash line, I think it's the perfect size to really get into those tiny little lashes. This did seem to transfer on me, so I don't think I'll be repurchasing it. I will stick to a waterproof version from the Wet n Wild line, but if you do not have issues with, you know, things, this says waterproof. This is not waterproof, y'all. This transferred on me. So I'm currently using the Skinny mascara from Wet n Wild. That is waterproof, and that seems to work perfectly. I'm shocked that this says waterproof. I'm just now noticing that, obviously, because this definitely transferred on me. So maybe if you don't have issues with your mascara transferring, this would be a good one to try out. It's affordable, but for me personally, I don't know where the waterproof thing comes from because this definitely transferred. All right, I have a sample size of the Urban Decay All Nighter. You guys know how I feel about this. Holy grail setting spray ever. I'm actually going to keep this bottle and pour my full-size Urban Decay in here for travel purposes because there is nothing better, in my opinion, than this setting spray for really locking in your makeup. So don't need to elaborate on that one. I have a Nivea In Shower Body Lotion. This is their hydrating In Shower body lotion. So I thought this was really nice. I think it did a great job at sort of not stripping my skin. I felt like I was able to cleanse with this, and it did a good job at cleansing, but it did not strip my skin. That is something that lately I've really been into hydrating products and really trying to look at the ingredients in the products that I purchase. And so yeah, I thought this did a wonderful job. It says use after cleansing and then rinse off, but I pretty much just use this as my cleanser and sort of my In Shower moisturizer, and I would definitely repurchase this one. I have the Not Your Mother's shampoo that matches the conditioner. Again, you guys know how I feel about it. I love this line. If you're looking for an affordable, amazing shampoo and conditioner, I would definitely check out this line. All right, I went through another simple makeup remover wipe, and you guys, these are my drugstore favorite makeup removing wipes. I think these do an amazing job at taking off my makeup, and they never ever sting my eyes, they never irritate my skin, and my skin never feels dried out when I use these. If you've never checked out the Simple brand, I would recommend the Simple brand. I've used a lot of their products. The only one that I wasn't crazy about was the micellar water. The micellar water did sting my eyes, but as far as the wipes go, I've used their moisturizers, I use their eye makeup remover, and I am a big fan of the Simple brand. All right, I went and used up another one of my flash masks. This is the Illuminate one from Patchology. I love Patchology. I wish they sold them in my Ulta store because I would have stockpiles of them. I love that they're flash masks. It's 5 minutes, you're done. You do not have to leave this on for 20 and 30 minutes. And this does an amazing job at hydrating, really, really hydrating my skin. And when I take off the mask, it also leaves like a sheen to my skin. It just makes my skin look dewy and healthy and happy. And I'm a big fan of Patchology. If you've never tried any of their stuff, I highly recommend. I think they're amazing. They're also very, very saturated. So with the remaining serum, I usually bring it down my neck, onto my chest, and my hands, because there's literally that much serum. You can kind of spread it around, and I like that. Speaking of simple, I went through their moisturizing facial wash. This was very gentle. There is no fragrance, and I love that. I feel like if you have very sensitive skin, this would be a line to check out. Like I said, this did not strip my skin. This did not sting my eyes. They're just an amazing drugstore line, and I really, really love their stuff. All right, I went through the micro delivery sample size of the exfoliating facial wash from Philosophy, and I liked this. I really liked the tiny little granules, and I would definitely consider purchasing this in full size. I know it was part of the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, and I did not pick it up because I have so many cleansers that I need to get through before I feel like I can buy any more cleansers. So I did like this. I liked that the granules in here, you know, when I used it, I really felt like it did exfoliate, but it did not strip my skin, and they were not harsh granules. I think this is a really nice product from them. All right, so a deodorant. I'm a sweaty girl, you guys. I don't know if it's just me, but I need a good deodorant, a clinical strength deodorant. This has been a problem I have had since hitting puberty, and thank God for Dove Clinical, because this is the only deodorant on the market. Trust me, I've tried them all. This is the only one that keeps me from sweating. It's just incredible. I've tried the Secret one. I've tried the Mitchum one. Nothing works like this Dove Clinical. So if you have issues with your underarms, over perspiring, I think it's called hyperhidrosis, check this out. I think you would be surprised. I know the first time I purchased this, I was shocked and so grateful, because I had never found anything that really kept me dry until this product here. I'm sure it's harsh. I'm sure it's not great for you, you know, with all the clinic or all the natural deodorants out there, but this is the only thing that keeps me dry. So I'll take the risk. And so I got mine in Soothing Chamomile. This is probably my 5th or 6th container of this. It lasts forever. It's a little bit pricey for a deodorant. I think it comes in at like anywhere from $7 to $10, but you need just the tiniest bit, like that's it. One click, and then you can put it on, and that is more than enough to keep you dry. So highly, highly recommend. I went through one of my macadamia deep repair masks, you guys. I scraped this bad boy clean. There is nothing left. This is my all-time favorite hair mask ever. I've talked about the macadamia line several times on my channel. I know that it sounds like I'm sponsored at this point. I'm not sponsored. I am just a huge fan of this entire line. I've tried most everything from the line. I've never found something I didn't like, and this mask is no exception. It really hydrates my hair, makes it feel baby soft, but never weighs my hair down. So definitely check this out if you are in need of a good hydrating hair mask. All right, so I went through finally the Benefit Professional, and this was just the smaller size, I think. I don't think it's a sample. I think it was the smaller size. I'm not a fan of this, you guys. I much prefer my NYX Pore Filler. I talked about that recently in a video, so I'm not going to go into great detail, but I finally got through this. Glad to have it out of my collection. I went through the Glam Glow sample size of the Thirsty Mud Hydrating Treatment. I did find this to be pretty hydrating, but I don't think, in my opinion, that this is worth whatever ungodly amount of money that they're charging for the full size. It was nice to have it around. I mean, I used it all up, but yeah, it's nothing amazing. It's a nice hydrating situation. It smells nice, but I have other things. Like, I would prefer, if I'm going to pay that kind of cash, I would rather just get the Belief one. I went through an entire sample of the Algenist Firming and Lifting Contouring Eye Cream, you guys. I loved this. I scraped every little bit out of this container. This was really, really nice. I felt like I saw some result from this, but most importantly, I felt like this really hydrated my under eyes without stinging, without burning, which is huge because I always have issues with burning and sensitivity under my eyes or near my eyes, and this did not give me that. It is rather spendy in the full size, but I definitely think that this would be worth the investment for sure. I love this eye cream. All right, I went through the hydrating coconut oil and shea butter. This was just basically a hair oil. And this is from the Marc Anthony line. I have tried to find this because this was just like a sample that came, I think, in like an Ipsy bag or something. I've tried to find this, you guys, in the full size, and I have not been able to find it. So if you know where I can get this, let me know. I really enjoyed this. I thought it did a really nice job at hydrating my hair. But this, you know, like my hair would be rather tough to brush through, and the second I applied this, it was like smooth as butter. So if you have really tangly hair, maybe curly hair that's just kind of hard to manage, if you can find this, I would say give this a go. This is what it looks like. I really enjoyed it, personally. I went through some Ardell lashes. These are the double ups. These were nice, but they're not the ones that I've been talking about. Oh gosh, what are they? The Glamour double up Glamour, I think it is. The number 252. Those are my favorites, but these were all right. I used them up. I went through some Demi Wispies, as you can see. I'm decided I've outgrown the double wispies because I just like more voluminous lashes at this point. These are the ones, the Mega Volumes number 252s. These are my holy grail lashes. I got 15 uses out of this pair of lashes. I told you guys in a video that I would let you know how many wears I got out of these $6 Mega Volumes, and I got 15 wears out of them. I could have probably squeezed a couple more wears out of them, but my glue started to kind of get to the end and it got a little bit sort of clumpy, and it really sort of made it impossible to remove the glue from the lash band at that point. So I did have to toss them out, but 15 wears, you guys, for $6. I think these are beautiful. I love these lashes. So use those up. I got through a sample of the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. I love this primer, you guys. I think this is a great primer. I think there are some drugstore options that are also very, very good. The Ulta Beauty one is great. The Wet n Wild one is great. So unless it's on sale, this is not something that I would pick up. But it is a really good eyeshadow primer, and it took me forever to get through that sample. I went through a Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. This used to be one of my all-time favorite mascaras, but now that I am, you know, pretty much just wearing false lashes on the regular, I personally have been really enjoying my Essence mascaras. I think they do an amazing job at, you know, really voluminizing and doing everything I need or expect out of a mascara. And because I wear false lashes so much, I really don't want to pay more than $5 for a mascara. I know that sounds terrible, but it's a nice mascara though. If you really do need a mascara to kind of curl and separate and voluminize your lashes, I think this is a great option. So I guess it just depends on whether or not you wear falsies a lot. That's kind of how I see it. I went through this guy here from Maybelline. This is the Define-A-Brow. I was not crazy about this brow pencil. I didn't like the formula. The tip is fine. It's super small, as you can see, but this was one of those formulas where it was almost too creamy, if you will. Like I would apply it and it would basically just rub right off. So not one I would repurchase personally, and it also doesn't have a spoolie. It has this strange little comb. I don't understand. I went through a Maybelline Master Drama Midnight Master is the shade. I absolutely love this eyeliner. If you're looking for a great black eyeliner from the drugstore, this is the one that I would personally recommend. I thought it had great staying power. It was creamy. It gave me some playtime to smudge out before it set in place. Did it wear for the full 14 hours that I need my makeup to wear? No, I had to touch up, but it didn't like, you know, crawl down my face either. So I would recommend that. I think it's a very nice liner. I have a few more brow products. So I have the LA Girl Shady Slim. This was $5, I believe, and I will definitely be repurchasing this. I have a lot of brow products to go through currently, but when I start running out of some of them, this is definitely one I would recommend you guys. I think the formula was great. It was very easy to work with, and I mean, for $5, you can't beat that. And it also has a spoolie, which is great. I went through a brow stylist definer from L'Oreal, another great drugstore option, but the LA Girl one is half the price of the L'Oreal one. So that being said, I think they're both very similar, and so I would purchase the LA Girl over the brow stylist definer just because it's $5 and the other one's $10, and I feel like they're very similar. And then, of course, I went through a Brow Wiz from Anastasia. You guys, this really is a great brow pencil. It's very much like, you know, this one here. I mean, they're amazing. They're wonderful products, but I'm not going to spend $21 on a Brow Wiz. I did pick up some during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. I picked up 2 of them. It's usually what I do every Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, and that pretty much gets me to the next one, especially when I'm incorporating drugstore options in between. So at $10, I would purchase one, but not for $21 or $24. I went through a Nude Suede Shoes lip liner from NYX. You guys, this is my all-time favorite lip liner ever for an everyday lip liner, everyday wearable lip liner. This one's all-time favorite. I already have a second one and a backup because my second one is halfway gone, and so I purchased a backup. Like, this is everything to me. This is my all-time favorite liner. I know I've talked about it a million times, but they really are incredible liners. They set down and they just don't budge, and I love the shade. So that's it for that bin, and I have a few more things. So this one here is the Shea Moisture Firming Hand and Body Scrub. So I tried the soap, the bar of soap from this same exact line. It was in my last Empties. It was terrible, extremely drying. I was very disappointed by it, but this I enjoyed. So this is a very gritty scrub, a very harsh scrub, if you will. I'm not sure what they used as the exfoliator. Maybe it's salt. I'm sure it says something in here, but it was like a thick Himalayan salt sort of consistency, and I love a good scrub. You know, I'm one of those people that does not bother me in the slightest, but if you have sensitive skin or you're just not into a thick granule, you may not like this. I liked the scent a lot. I felt like this really did hydrate my skin. So overall, I was pretty impressed by this. The only thing is, after I shaved my legs, this burnt. This stung like 1,000 bees on my legs. So I wouldn't recommend it after shaving, but I did like it, and I would be interested in checking out another scrub from Shea Moisture. I went through an entire Garnier micellar water. I love this micellar water. I will definitely repurchase this. I'm currently using a Philosophy one that I got as gratis, but once that's gone, I will definitely repurchase this. It's gentle, doesn't sting my eyes, does a great job, in my opinion, at removing makeup. I pretty much just use a micellar water anyways to clean up around my eyeshadow, so I don't utilize this as a makeup remover, but for the purpose I use it for, I mean, this lasts me literally a lifetime, it seems. So definitely recommend that. Not the blue cap, the pink cap. And then this guy here is absolutely disgusting, but this has also been in my shower for probably 8 months or so. This is the Fashionista Violet Mask from Catwalk. I got this at Ross. I paid $8.99. Comparable value is $32. You guys, I will definitely repurchase this. This does an amazing job at not only hydrating my hair because it's a mask, but also I could definitely see a difference when I used this. Now, I also have the shampoo. I'm currently still using the shampoo, but when I use this, my hair looks brighter. It looks healthy. Purple shampoos can sometimes be rather drying on the hair, and you can't use them very often because they can be pretty drying. But this guy here, I will definitely pick this up. This is so disgusting. I'm embarrassed to show you, but it's such a great product. If you are in need of a purple conditioner, I would definitely say check this one out. It's the Fashionista. It's from the brand Catwalk. You can pick it up at Ulta, I think most places, but try Ross first because that's where I got it. This is incredible, you guys. Absolutely incredible. Highly, highly recommend. All right, you guys, so that's it. That was this Empties. Thank you so much for watching. I know this was quite a haul. I am so excited to get rid of this stuff and throw it out and start the next one. So if you have any questions, just ask down below. I'm sorry that this was a long video. I knew it was going to be because I just had so much stuff to talk about. But without further ado, we're going to end it here. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.